performing monologues from Jake's Woman by Neil Simon and Shut and Bar the Door by Tom Gray. Well, unfortunately, it wasn't mine either. For as long as I can remember, I was torn and molded into somebody else's form of a woman. Never mine. The church taught it to me, Partial schools taught it to me, my mother, my father. God, you could not even get out of the Midwest without a stamp of approval. I was taught to be a good girl, a wife and a mother, but never a person. You could be a carbon copy, but don't mess with being an original. It's what you married 8 years ago, Jake. A good girl. As good and obedient as her mother was. Never suspecting, of course, that it was 3 martinis a day that kept her obedient. You are so important to me. But you're also so consumed with creating your own ideas and concepts and molding into your shapes. And I thought, Jesus, I just left all of this in Michigan. What do I want it in New York for? And the minute I tried to step out on my own to be someone that I created, that I controlled, you made me pay so dearly for it. You made me feel like a plagiarist. So one day in Chicago, I let myself become a very bad little girl. The next morning, when I looked in the mirror, I sure didn't like what I saw. But I saw the possibility of becoming someone who would have to be accepted on her terms, and certainly not someone who was considered a carbon copy of someone else. And until you can see me, Jake, my Maggie, I'm getting out of this house, out of this life, and out of your word processor. I may be making the biggest mistake of my life, but at least it'll be mine. Dear Lord, Creator of the universe, forgive. And if not, don't. It is I, the young, beautiful, vivacious Princess Somerset for the faraway kingdom of sunny sand. Please, you must help me to preventing a terrible tragedy from occurring. Would you be so kind?
Oh, undoubtedly they are so stunned by my magnificent beauty they are rendered speechless.
Please, time is of the most importance here. You see, Prince Arthur and I were horseback riding.
Well, I suppose you peasants don't do too much of that now, do you? We cannot all be rich and beautiful, I suppose.
Anyway, he thought it'd be a jolly bit of fun if we took a race back to the palace. But he decided he wanted to go through the enchanted forest. Now, I warned him not to tempt fate so, but
he's such a show-off, I mean.
I told him I didn't care if he risked his life for such a silly reason, and I would take the long way around. Now, you see my dilemma. For when I reached the other side, I could find no trace of my poor sweet prince. I fear he is lost in the enchanted forest. Perhaps his horse fell on him, and he's screaming in terrible agony. Or a wicked witch is seducing him. Or he's fighting a terrible fire-breathing dragon. Or he could even be I find it hard to believe if this silence is from rudeness or utter stupidity. You do speak English, do you not? Prove to me that you are not mute. Can you not utter a sound? A syllable? Help me. Well, at least not for me. Do it for your country. Oh, I am going to lose my mind. How could the fates be so cruel as to send me to this horrible hellish hole? The least these peasants could do is applaud my dramatic speeches. Fine. I shall return to the palace alone. I'm sure the king will see it
me a necklace.
That's not the point. Okay, so I go to the store and I say, hey, I want to buy a book for my play sister Gina. But I say, rip off the cover. I don't want to see the cover. I don't want to judge. And then I give it to you for your sweet sister. You say, why the hell did you give me a book with no cover for?
Yeah. Don't buy me a book.
That's not the point, Gina.
You know what this is just like though? Maria loved Tony, and she didn't even know he was a white guy.
I know, he could dance so good. How could she tell?
Yeah.
But you know, there was one thing I did not understand in it.
You know when they, did it?
That was my favorite part.
Well, did she just know that he just went and killed her brother?
Yes, Gina, remember? Okay, so Tony goes to Maria's house and says, I'm sorry I killed your brother. How can they still do it? Like twice.
That's so beautiful.
You know,
They didn't even let come between their relationship.
oh, speaking of true love, me and Junior were talking in sixth period jewelry, and him and Eddie won't be over till way later. They're going over to Tony Barbini's house.
Teeny Bobini, and then he's like a drug dealer.
No, it's a barbecue. Anyways, they'll be here like 7 or 7:30 or 8 or
Yeah. Junior even bothers to show up.
He'll come.
He is so mean to you, Annette.
And
And he thinks he's like God's gift to the borough, which he's not.
Anyways, you want to spend the night or not?
All right, better ask him another.
Hey, Ma! Can Gina spend the night tonight? I know it's a school night, God!
Does she think you're a moron or something?
Guess. The what? Oh, do you want to stay for dinner?
What time?
Shows and sauce.
All right.
Thanks, Mom! She said, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I hope she doesn't make Eddie and Junior leave early like last time.
You better not sneak off like you did last time. You left me here all by myself. I thought I was supposed to be your best friend.
You are my best friend, Gina. We're just like Maria and Anita. But I would never do to you what Anita did to Maria. Ever.
What'd she do?
Don't you remember, Gina? Okay, Maria tells Anita to give Tony a really important message. But Anita was so pissed off. I don't remember why. And she says, just tell Tony Maria is dead. She wasn't dead. She was like down the street doing laundry or something.
Okay.
Annette, first of all, they lifted a skirt and called her a tramp. And second of all, they just shot her boyfriend. So I think she had a little right to be angry.
I understand what you're telling me, but still, Anita was supposed to be Maria's best friend. I mean, what if it was you and me?
Like we were Maria and Anita?
Yeah.
I want to be Anita.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so I come to you and I tell you to give Junior a really important message.
Yeah.
But first he's got to do something to piss you off.
That'll be easy.
No, Gina, play right.
Okay, like what?
Like he comes into your house,
Huh?
and your mother's cooking dinner.
What's she cooking?
Sheldon's house, but it doesn't matter. It's a Wednesday. And he says your mother's cooking smells.
Well, it's no fault of Junior's. My mother's cooking does smell.
Oh, okay, fine. He goes into your house, and he cuts your little sister's legs off. Would you still tell him?
Well, my little sister's running around without any legs, but I mean, nobody's been killed here, so
Okay, fine. Junior goes into your house.
yeah.
And he slaughters your entire family. There's blood everywhere. And I come to you and I say, Gina, my best friend, please don't go into your house. It's a mess. The cops are after us. And I got a shawl on my head and I'm crying. And I say, Gina, please tell Gina to meet me at Burger King. Por favor and everything. What does por favor mean again?
It's like my friend.
Oh, please, Gina, my best. Por favor, please tell Gina to meet me at Burger King. Would you do it?
Well, my entire family's lying on the floor dead, and my little sister's running around without any legs, but I mean, my boyfriend's still alive, and that's the whole point of the movie, so I don't really think this is a very good comparison.
I would do it for you no matter what.
You would not! Why would you want to run around with some guy that slaughtered entire families and cut little girls' legs off for anyway?
That's not the point, Gina. You love them no matter what. I mean, like, I wouldn't want Gina to cut your little sister's legs off or slaughter entire families, and I wouldn't want him to be mean to me or fool around with other girls, and I know he does, and I know you know he does.
What?
Did Eddie tell you something?
What?
About Tina Antonelli?
What?
I know they... You know.
Okay, listen, I only know they went to that party together. I don't know that they did it.
I just got this feeling that they did.
You do?
Yeah. And if I found out for sure what they did, ask me what I do.
What would you do?
Ask me as my best friend.
As your best friend, what would you do?
I would not break up with him because I love him.
Well, I would. Well, no. I'd kill him first. Then I'd kill Tina Antonelli. And then I'd break up with him.
You see, Gina, I've given myself to him.
Yeah?
Hey, Gina. Did it hurt the first time you and Eddie did it?
Yeah, why?